This is our 14th problem. Which one of the following not tend the typical S-curve toward front-loaded S-curve? And 4 belongings are given. So let's see, go for our problem. So we have discussed about S-curve in our last video. The S-curve simply means, let's say right. S-curve simply means it is is used to predict the future needs of cost in our ongoing project. So in S-curve we are writing the time schedule here, and here is our cumulative cost. Cumulative cost is written here. So S-curve is also done like this. This is called S-curve because it have a S shape. So S-curve is normally mentioned with other many names such as S-plot, cumulative distribution chart, velocity diagram, and performance baseline. It is mostly used for another name for S-curves, that is PMB, performance baseline. So this is PMB, that's also indicate the S-curve. So let's see, think about the front-loaded S-curve and back-loaded S-curve. So here's our S-curve. This is our typical S-curve. Y-axis is money, called rupees, and x-axis is time. So let's see, draw a typical S-curve like this. This is our typical S-curve. So then let's see, write our front-loaded S-curve. Front-loaded S-curve will be like this. It's loaded front, then it's going like this. This is front-loaded S-curve. Then let's say have our back-loaded S-curve like this. So where is this? This is our back-loaded S-curve. So this is our back-loaded S-curve. Loaded. So you can see the difference between the front curve, front-loaded and back-loaded, and also the typical S-curve. In front-loaded S-curve, you can see at the earlier times you have more cost is needed, and you have more expenditures. At the back-loaded curve, at the earlier times you have less expenditure, but later times you have more cost and expenditures. This is the difference between the front-loaded S-curve and back-loaded S-curve. There are many norms and there are many researchers. Normally the researchers say that front-loaded S-curve is it can help more for contractors. That's the norm, or that's the results from the researchers. Normally the contractors like front-loaded S-curve. So let's see the problem. Which one of the following is not tend to typical S-curve toward front-loaded S-curve? So let's say consider the first instance, the project that have little planning and preparation time. If you have little planning and preparation time, the time for the preparation and planning is less. So you have to get to expenditures as very soon. Since the planning time and preparation time is less, you need to have to meet the higher costs at earlier time. So this will tend to the front-loaded curve. But the question is, it's not tend for a front-loaded curve. So this instance tend to the front-loaded curve. Likewise, the project that need a urgent repair of damage early on. If you have a early urgent repair or damage, it will also need to higher cost at your earlier times. If it is cost a higher cost at earlier times, you will have a front-loaded curve because you have a higher cost at earlier time. So the third one is a project that you need large planning time and less construction time. If you have a large planning time, so you have a large planning time and you don't need to meet with any cost at earlier time, so you have large planning time and less construction time. So you at construction time you need to have a more expenditures. So this is called a backloaded curve. So this S is going towards like this, towards like this backloaded curve position. So this is not chain to, and the third instance is not chain to front loaded curve. So your answer will be the third one, a project that needed large planning time and less construction time. This tend to the backloaded curve, and this is the problem, the following which not tend to the front loaded curve. So the answer will be the third one, mobilization cost and deposit. Likewise the fourth examples also say mobilization cost. Mobilization, you know, the mobilization cost, it is given at the earlier period of the construction. If you are given with the mobilization cost, and it will also at earlier period, you will get the curve like that at earlier times. So this one is also let tend to the front curve. So the answer is third one is the answer for this problem.